Hi everybody. Today I decided to do a set of tutorials on openElement. It's a free WYSIWYG HTML editor. Um, it is completely free, you don't have to pay for it, and you can create entire web pages with zero scripting, zero coding. Um, and actually, to give you an example, is one of the websites I created was one for my shop. Um, my business partners, I did not have enough money after getting the inventory and supplies and the building and the permits to pay somebody to make a website. So using openElement and a lot of patience and trial and error in figuring it out, I've designed and built this website. Um, Another one I've worked on is this little one pager I threw up as I'm building the main website. See, I actually designed video games with a buddy of mine. And so this is one of our games. Again, built this with openElement. Now it's a free program, like I said, and it requires no coding. But to do some of the more advanced features, some coding knowledge is required. Now this place is a great place to learn how to code. Code Academy is, or actually, it's not even Academy. All right, but it's a H. You can learn HTML, CSS, which openElement is an HTML-based program, but it also has Java, PHP, which are both useful in openElement. I'm excited because I'm going to learn Ruby, which is something I use inside of SketchUp, and Python is actually going to even help me with video games. I think Blender is in Python. But again, free to sign up. You go through classes and it teaches you how to code. Very useful to learn how to do it, but again, is not required. Now, some of the stuff I'm going to go over is how to initially set up a website, and this is going to be done over a series of tutorials, maybe 10, 15 of them, I'm not sure, just however many it takes me to complete it, that's what it's going to take. But I'm going to go over the initial setup of a web page, how to put everything out there, how to set everything up, just a lot of things I do to pre-set up a website before I start building it. I'm going to go over the elements that you drive into the body of the page to design the web page, and the properties and the styles that you alter to give it the customized and actual functional properties. And we'll go into all that. The SEO info. Um, what that is like the search terms and description of your website, the title of the website. All of that is in the SEO, and be able to set that up properly means it could actually be found, not just buried within pages and pages and pages of Google, Yahoo, and Bing, because you have to be able to be noticed by those websites if you're trying to use a website as a promotional. I'm going to go over the coding, how to code. So if you do know some of these codes, I mean, you can use Java, PHP, you can use HTML, CSS. There's like 4 or 5 others that you could also use in this program. Now I'm going to go over the preferences, and that's how to set up everything so you can upload the website. Show you where to enter what information. Now this is just a web design program, so you would go to other places for your domain name and your server space, like GoDaddy, for example, which is what I use. And it's actually pretty simple because all I have to do when I alter my website is push a button and it uploads the internet. It's real quick and real simple. That's one of the great things about it. Um, Another thing I was gonna just quickly touch on is a program I use called GIMP 2. Now I actually use this for a lot of my texture files that I put into CryEngine, um, and exporting from Blender to CryEngine as well. Is it it's a design program like Photoshop, but again, completely open sourced and free. And I use it to create a lot of my background images. This picture was made using a normal picture that I took of of a bridge that's in my map. It went like this one, but a different angle. But it was altered in GIMP to look like that. And you have the background that was made in GIMP as well. So it's useful to have if you don't have a Photoshop or don't have a couple $1,000s to pay for the license to Photoshop. Um, but so what we're going to do is the first tutorial is I'm going to go over with the initial setup, and I will see you then.